What's going on, y'all? So this is part two of the last video that we made talking about this incident that happened at the Mark Hotel. Now, this incident involves a strange case with Theodore Weintraub, the Mark Hotel, and allegedly VIP guest number two, which is Drake. Now, in the last video before I ended it, I had said that this case matters for many different reasons. One of the reasons comes from the father of the underage drinker. And we're going to go ahead and go through this article together. Now, it says here, father of banned underage drinker who paid demonstrators to picket the Mark Hotel claims the swanky 1200 a night celeb hotspot preyed on teenagers with fake IDs during the pandemic to stem off foreclosure. Now, Theo Weintraub, 19 years old, is at the center of a lawsuit lodged by the Mark after he was barred from entry and allegedly started causing a ruckus outside. Weintraub, who claims to be sober since January 7th of 2023, said that the Mark started serving underage drinkers because they faced financial burdens. A banned underage drinker who is accused of paying demonstrators to picket at the Mark Hotel has claimed that the hotspot preyed on teenagers with fake IDs during the pandemic to stem off foreclosure. If we keep reading further, it's going to talk about an interview that they did with the father. This is where the father starts stepping in. It says here, the document reads, in May 2020, news reports surfaced regarding the Mark facing the threat of foreclosure. Around the fall of 2020, it was reported that in the news that the Mark experienced substantial financial difficulties, which were exacerbated by a COVID-19 pandemic. Faced with the financial challenges and upon information and belief, the Mark sought unconventional methods to increase revenue. These unconventional methods included serving alcohol to underage teenagers like Weintraub, the document claimed. It stated, upon information and belief, the Mark engaged in a scheme to prioritize revenue collection by serving alcohol to underage teenagers, thus disregarding the state of New York liquor laws. How do you see kids drinking alcohol and not know that they're kids? I'll go into the article and it'll explain later. Now, it's stated that the Mark has been known among some underage teenagers living and frequenting the Upper East Side as a place to obtain alcoholic beverages. The Mark either failed to verify the legal drinking age or overlooked the use of fake identification by underage teenagers. The Mark is fully aware that any complaint about its service of alcohol to an underage teenager could lead to loss of reputation, significant monetary and criminal penalties, and even bankruptcy. Now, this is a picture of Dr. Philip Weintraub. Dr. Philip Weintraub is Theodore Weintraub's father. He's a very popular physician in Manhattan. Now, this is what he says. Art collecting doctor Dr. Philip Weintraub told the New York Post it was a well-known fact to Theo and his circle of friends that the Mark restaurant was a go-to spot to get served alcohol as long as one had a fake ID. Ain't that some fucking shit, bro? And then look at this. According to the newspaper, the father showed them a 9-second video of his son, Theo, who was 16 at the time, being visibly and grossly intoxicated at the Mark's restaurant. The clip allegedly showed the young boy playing with his food, sitting near a champagne cocktail. Dr. Weintraub said, judging by this video, it should have been obvious indicator to any and all the servers and managers at the restaurant that he was behaving inappropriately, a baby-faced drunk. Now, this is the fucked up part, bro. Is that the Mark is fully aware that any complaint about its services of alcohol to underage teenagers could lead in loss of reputation, significant monetary and criminal penalties, and even bankruptcy, bro. This is basically the fucking people in this article saying that the father and the son knew that they were doing some shady shit, allegedly. This is all coming from them. I ain't making this shit up. I ain't saying that this happened. I'm just going based off what this article is fucking saying. Now, the doctor had told the New York Post it was a well-known fact to Theo and his circle of friends that the Mark restaurant was a go-to spot to get served alcohol as long as one had a fake ID. How old was he? 16 years old, bro. And his friends are about the same fucking age. Mind you, that this is during the time of the pandemic. This does not make it right to serve minors alcohol, bro. It does not make it okay. It is not okay. But if this is happening at the hotel that Drake is staying at, what other alleged shady shit can they be doing? And if Drake is their VIP guest, and if Drake is their VIP guest allegedly, then why would they not go to great lengths to make sure that Drake is satisfied? But you know what's crazy is that Kendrick at the time, because you know they were saying, why you got a penthouse in New York? Do you think, and I'm just asking the question here, do you think that if Kendrick was in New York, that he wouldn't know about this? That he wouldn't know about the Mark Hotel and the shit that's been going on, and that Drake goes to it? In the Heart Part 6, he says, Drake says, I knew you were going to take that Epstein route. But he said Weinstein. He never said Epstein. But if he knows about the Mark Hotel and what Theodore Weintraub was chanting outside when he was picketing outside the Mark Hotel, then that's probably why he mentioned it, bro. That's probably why when he heard one song, he heard it in a way that we couldn't understand. He was giving them a message that none of us were going to be able to pick up. It goes further to say about the document that we read in the last video. Weintraub's bizarre tirades allegedly occurred when celebrities, including rapper Drake, were entering and leaving the swanky hotel. In 2021, when Weintraub was underage, he frequently tried to use a fake ID to gain access to the bar, where cocktails are $25, bro, and buy drinks, the initial lawsuit claimed. With every passing failed attempt, Weintraub became increasingly aggressive with those refusing to serve him. Now, this is going on about what we read in the last video. Y'all can check it out. He gets mad, kick him out. This is what the father said. And later in context, it says here, this is the father speaking, but his father, Philip, has now claimed that the state of events differed from how the Mark first described. He told the Post, Theo was not banned from the Mark because he was angry that they wouldn't serve him alcohol. He was banned on the night of heavy drinking at the Mark, which led to an altercation with their security guard. So now, go back to this sentence. He was banned on a night of heavy drinking at the Mark, which led to an altercation with their security guard. I don't know which security guard it is, right? But I'm going to tell you, how do we know about this case? How do we know about Theodore Weintraub to begin with? Well, those of you who've been following up with us on AK's live stream and in general with the Drake and Kendrick beef, you know that Meet the Grams and 616 in LA had an album cover. And in that album cover, they had all these items. Now, in the beginning of the beef, Drake said that these items were planted. And then, after the beef transpired, there was a gentleman who went by the name Ebony Prince 2K24. Now, Ebony Prince 2K24, if we look further, was the man who exposed Drake for lying about the contents inside the cover art for Meet the Grams in 616 LA. That information of the items was leaked by Ebony Prince 2K24. And I'm going to show you guys right now that this gentleman is the reason why we know of the Theodore Weintraub case. This man, which we later found out was a security guard at the Mark Hotel. Now, is this the security guard that Weintraub got into an altercation with, like the father said? I don't know. I can't tell you that. But what I can tell you is that he's the one that exposed Drake for lying. He exposed Drake for saying that those items weren't planted items. There were items that he left at the hotel. Obviously, you could see these are the items that we're talking about. Now, this is another thing that I wanted to show you. This date, this is when he started posting all this shit. This is when his account was created. Look, underage guest drinking. He has the incident report. He's talking about Weintraub. This is where he said, you had many things discarded on your behalf over the years. I wonder if you could remember them all. These are dates. These are his first videos. Now, look, remember, all this started, this was his original tweet. This is when he started tweeting to begin with. And let me show you something. Remember that time, May 10th. This is when he went and made his first tweets on this day, May 10th. Let me show you something else. What does this say? What are these dates? May 10th, May 10th, May 10th, May 10th. This is the Weintraub case, y'all. May 10th, May 10th, May 10th, May 10th, May 10th, May 10th, May 10th. All of this is processed on May 10th. But you want to know what else? He posted around this day too. The reason why I bring this up is because Ebony Prince 2K24 went to Twitter, also known as X, to expose Drake about the incidents that happened at the Mark Hotel while Ebony Prince was working there. He exposes them around the same time he was mentioned in the case. At the time, we did not know his name. Later on, we found out his name. And this man's name comes out in the list of witnesses that was requested by Theodore Weintraub, which led us to believe when we first discovered this, that he acted out on social media because he realized that he was named in the case, which made me feel like if he was named in the case, he can't talk about the case because he's a potential witness. Right here it says Weintraub demanded for witnesses. This is the list of witnesses that Weintraub had requested. And if you look at all these names, it has security officers, front office manager, bellman, overnight front officer, food and beverage director. We have a general manager. If you go down, we got the police officers that were involved. These are the police officers that he mentions by name in these other tweets that he kind of tried to have. You know what bothers me the most about this list? They got everybody's title and everybody's fucking name. You know who else they don't mention at all by title or name? VIP guest number 1, VIP guest number 1's partner, and VIP guest number 2. Why the fuck do you redact their fucking name from the documents, bro? What's so serious about redacting his name from this case? But articles are going to go and just say it's Drake anyways. VIP guest number 1, VIP guest number 1's partner, and VIP guest number 2. If you go, there's a video. Remember, I said VIP guest number 1 was Dennis Graham. VIP guest number 1's partner is Dennis Graham's wife. And then it's VIP guest number 2, which is Drake.
Okay. Hey, Mrs. Graham, can I take a quick picture with you, please?
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, thank you. Yeah, that's Drake's mom, bro. Oh, my God. Really? That's goodies.
You are an angel, sir.
Oh shit. Drake, you think I can take one picture, Drake? A high five. I appreciate that, man. You're the best. Thank you.
Last name ever.
Now, there's a video of a gentleman trying to get a picture with Drake. So he's posted up in front of the Mark Hotel, and then you see all these girls come in, and then you see Drake's mom enter the building, and then you see Drake after everybody had pulled up. We didn't know at the time why Ebony Prince wasn't just telling us everything he wanted to know, everything he wanted us to know. Well, it turns out that this right here is who he is. They didn't use his first name for this case. They used his title, which is FLSD Walker. This is just his last name. And then he went to go and share, after we discovered on AK's live stream that he had to have been a security guard. Now, after sharing this information, FLSD is a fire life safety director or some shit like that. But I'll share it on the screen, whatever the fuck. So this is him. And this is most likely why he's unable to tell us exactly what happened at the hotel. It's because he's named as a witness in the case. And this is Theodore, bro. Responds to demand for names and addresses of witnesses. But what's crazy, though, is that this man, Ebony Prince, and these people are the only ones that don't have their full name put on there. It took a lot of days to find out this man's first. It took a lot of days to find out this man's first name. And these people still aren't named at all. Ebony Prince wanted us to see this. He wanted to give us a clue. This is just one incident, one isolated incident that happened. We don't know in its entirety what happened with Weintraub. We don't know what happened at the hotel that made Weintraub so upset. Just one little piece of paragraph in an article that said that he got into a fight with a security guard. In my mind, could it have been Ebony Prince, or could it have been another security guard that he got into an altercation with? Either way that it goes, Ebony Prince exposed this case and brought it back to the surface again. Now, he did that for a reason. There's still more to the case that we have to look into, but we'll go ahead and save it for another video, man. I'm going to let y'all know right now that Ebony Prince can't tell us what's going on the way that he wants to, most likely because he's named a witness in this case. But if you go to his Twitter, he has multiple clues showing us that he is a security guard that has these incident reports of Weintraub and incident reports of Drake also at this hotel. This is just one isolated incident. There's other incidences involving Drake at that hotel that Ebony Prince knows about. When this was posted on May 10th. May 10th was the time where Ebony Prince started getting active on Twitter. One of his first posts on Twitter talking and exposing Drake was on May 10th. So I feel like he had a plan in action. I do not think that Ebony Prince and Weintraub are in cahoots with each other. I don't think that at all. I believe that Ebony Prince took action upon this because he saw it as a sign to do so. I don't know what triggered him, if him getting a message being notified that he might be called on as a witness to this case. I'm not sure, bro. I'm not sure. But what I can tell you is that when he was named in this case, he started going off on Twitter and started to expose Drake. The next thing that we'll talk about in the next video is a little bit more on Ebony Prince. I want to do a whole video about Ebony Prince, or at least an introduction of Ebony Prince in the next video, just to give y'all a glimpse of who this man is and who his associations are tied to. And surprisingly, the people that are tied to Ebony Prince might also have ties to Drake, allegedly. We'll keep it alleged for now. But y'all tell me how y'all feel. I appreciate everybody subscribing when I drop the video. I'm going to give y'all more of this shit. I just had to figure out how to do all this shit, bro. I'm new to this shit. I'm not used to doing any of this editing and shit like that, bro. So y'all got to bear with me a little bit. But I appreciate everybody being patient. I appreciate everybody following me from AK's live streams. I'm thankful for everyone who got me to 500 subscribers. Let's try to get it to 1,000, and let's try to keep it going. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have an opinion on what's going on, just go ahead and add it there and get back to us, man. Peace.